Hey crafters, welcome to Creative Moments by G. It is our YouTube live show and Sis and I are so happy to be here. I see her chatting over with everyone in the chat room. And once again, my nose itches. I don't know why that happens. It must be a nervous thing. I'm not really sure, but I just want to say hello to so many people. We have Stella, who was the #1 person to jump on first and chat with Sis. Congratulations. We also have Diane, and I'm going to move kind of slow. We have Susan Ray. Welcome, you ladies. We have Deanna, Sharon. Let me see who else. We have Brenda and Dee and Sherry. We have Arlene, Mary. Gonna keep going. We have Sheila. We have Carol, Terry, I believe, Marilyn, Brenda. We have so many already online with us. And I just want to say, if I didn't catch your name, don't be mad at me. Right? No, don't be mad at me because I have this little bitty screen on my iPad. It's not what y'all see. And it's a completely different system. And so I'm lucky that I can even see that. But oh my gosh, we're so excited about tonight's show. Do you want a card that stands up, stands out, and is easy to make? Well, I know you do. That's why Sis and I worked on it. We are going to create a faux stepper card that's landscape. Now, you know, on our last video that we did, we had some people say, this scrap card is the one that we're going to make for Christmas. I don't know. You better hold your judgment because after you see tonight, you might think that's going to be our Christmas card. So I think you're really going to like it that much. We have Kim, we have Anna, we have Evelyn. Yay, she made it to a live. Well, I just want to remind anybody, if you're new, welcome to our YouTube live show. Sis and I are just so excited to have you here. And just a quick, we want to thank you so much because we know there's lots of people out there to watch and you chose us, and that really means a lot to us. So thank you so much for doing that. And we're going to create 2 cards tonight. I have 2 more to show you. At the end, we're going to play 3 games. And then before we get started, I know we're excited to get started, but before we get started, I want to just talk a little bit about the leaderboard because I know a lot of people are saying, what the heck? Why do I have a crown by my name? Okay, that confused us too, right? But not to worry, we looked it up and now we know what it is. YouTube is kind of creating engagement and creating kind of a little fun competition, and they're creating a leaderboard. So I think you can do it too, but if you look at your YouTube where the chat is, because you're probably reading all the chats, right above it, it says leaderboard. And if you click on that, you'll see the ranking of people who are making comments. Woohoo! Well, to honor people, Sis and I have decided at the end, Sis, I'll tell her, go ahead and do it. And she's going to randomly select someone in the top 5 to get a little happy mail from us. So make sure you stay with us to the end. And you know, why are comments so important? They're so important because it shows YouTube that we're doing a good job. And when they think we're doing a good job, what do? They push out our videos to more people so our crafting family gets better. And we just appreciate y'all commenting. We see several people who have already liked and shared. Thank you so much. That means the world to us. We have Judy and we have Cheryl. We have Andrea. And, you know, Pat's here, Kathy's here. Okay, woo! Well, I was looking at my design space, and it was really messy. And I got to thinking, okay, no, it's gonna be a no judgment zone. Thank goodness y'all can't see it, right? So, I have come up with a little affirmation that I say in my head, and I'm gonna go ahead and start the night with it. And it goes like this. I am creative, I am inspired, and I'm allowed to make a beautiful mess. Woohoo! Let's head down to the crafting table. Let's do this. Okay. Now, I am going to show you one of the cards. Here is what the card looks like. Isn't that pretty? Now, this is a faux stepper. If you've ever created steppers, you know that you have lots of cuts you have to make. It gets kind of complicated, although I will say, if you want to see that done, then all you have to do is head over and search for that on our YouTube, because we've created several videos using the other version of it that's a little more difficult, but this one's so much fun. Hey, Vicky from California is here. Let's see. We have a lot of first lives. Laura says we should do a channel membership. I know. We could do an extra private video for y'all. Okay, just go ahead and answer in the chat. Would y'all be willing to join our membership if we had a little special membership for y'all? Let us know in the chat. Okay, but to get started on our first card tonight, we have a little helper, and this is going to be our first game. Now, you know you've seen our little faux stepper. Oh my goodness, how pretty is that? It opens up. Okay, here's our little helper, and she's adorable. Look at her, and if you can read that, I want you to type in the chat room, what is the first word when you think of faux stepper card? What's the first word you think of? Go ahead and put that in the chat room, and we are going to select our first winner of the night with the help of our cute little girl. Isn't that cute? She has sunflowers, and she was also knitting. I don't knit. I used to crochet, but I don't knit. What is the in a heartbeat? Oh, you're too sweet, Sheila. Oh my gosh, y'all are just like the sweetest people. You're gonna make me cry. Don't do that. Excuse me. So, what is the first word you think of when you think of faux stepper card? Put that in the chat. We see cute, hard. Oh, Marilyn, yeah, we're gonna make it so easy for you. You're just gonna be so darn happy, right? Okay, and while you're putting your word in, it's hysterical. I want to show y'all, because y'all were here last time. Look at what I've done. I've put that on my iPad so that I don't forget, right? Y'all were all telling sis, tell her, call her, tell her to ring the bell. She can't, because I'm using the phone in part of this contraption that I do. Okay, here we go, y'all. That's the end. So sis, go ahead and randomly select a winner. When you're doing that, I'm going to show you how we make this card. Really, this is just like the coolest card ever. So now, you're going to need a base mat. And your base mat is 8.5 by 5.5. But we're going to make some score lines. And we're going to score, we have it right here. We're going to score on the short, we're going to score on the long side. Okay, and we're going to score at 1. Oh, let's see. We need to move this out of the way, right? So we're going to score at 1. We are going to score at 2. And we are going to score at 5 1/4. So now we have our stepper card. Hello, easy, right? That's right. Second reason I watch this show is to see your nails. Oh, look at my nails tonight. I stamped them and then I put little bees and flowers on them. Thank you for noticing. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put this big side over to the right. And we're going to fold. We're going to use that first score line, and we're going to fold to the left. Then we're going to find our next score line. We're going to fold to the right, bringing in your bone folder. And then we have one more little score line, and we're going to make sure that it ends up exactly where it needs to be. So I'm just making sure it lines up, and I'm going to score it. Now look at that. Hello, easiest stepper you'll ever make, right? Okay, we have a winner. Let's see, everybody's congratulating Miss Anna. Okay, sis, Anna Owens, congratulations. Make sure that we get your address. Like sis said, go over there and complete that form so that we can send you one of our cards tonight. Okay, so we have this, but remember, we have a faux card that goes right on top. So let's make it real quick before we start adding mats. And to make that, you need to cut a piece of cardstock that is 6 by 3. Here's 6, here's 3, and then we're going to score at 4. And I have a really good trick for you so that you don't accidentally put it in the wrong place, because you could very easily do that. You don't want to do that. Okay, so we're just going to take this and we're going to fold it. We're going to crease it. And look at how it fits. Now, what's so cool about this card is you could, if you wanted to, add it right in the middle. You can add it right in the middle. Now, we offset ours a little bit. I don't know. I just thought it was so cool to offset it. Just kind of looked a little bit different. And something else that it allows you to do, here's a tip. If you have a big spray of flowers or, I don't know, a house or a scene, this gives you more room to put your scene. Whereas if you put it right in the middle, it might go over the edge, right? That's right, Shirley. I'm the sunflower girl. So that's just a little tip. I don't know. I kind of like it that way. Now, the reason this one's a little bit different is that a lot of stepper cards are portrait cards, right? Ours is a landscape card. So here we go. We have that, but now we need to go ahead and let's decorate it. Okay, so we have everything right here. Now I am taking, look at this beautiful paper. It has all different kinds in it, and it's called Floral Charm. But what do Monty and I always say? Use what you have. We are all crafters, and we have lots and lots of supplies. And you don't want to be stressed out about making cards, right? So you just use what you have. Now, what else was I going to say? I was going to say something. Okay, let's see. I just want to make sure I'm doing everything I need to do. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is I cut some mats out of that beautiful paper, and I matched our kind of teal color, which is Lost Lagoon, with this beautiful paper. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. Now it's going to go right here, just like that. So let's bring in our silicone mat and let's get that laid down. Okay, the magic at work. Okay, now here I am. It's very hard to find this glue, but I love this glue. And like I said last time, one of our customers said she found it on Etsy. So I rushed to Etsy and I bought me 2 containers, and now they're out. So I'm sorry, I can't tell you to go to Etsy and get it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Don't you love the back side of that paper? But I'm not going to use it because I don't want it to compete with my flowers. I know, that's right, Aurelia. Use what you have. And it's more fun because then you're not stressed. We don't want anybody to be stressed. Okay, so look at that. You know, the other thing I kept in mind when I was designing my card, the second card we're going to make is Sis's design. But I thought, you know, what would go best with this color paper? And I looked at white and I thought, let me show you. And I thought, I don't know, it just looked too harsh. What do you think about that? I think it looked too harsh. That's why I brought in very vanilla. You know what? I think you're right, Liz. Beacon 3 in 1 is similar, and I actually, look at that. I had a customer tell me that this is very good. And I used it before I was able to buy some more Kalel. And it really is good. So y'all, if you can't get Kalel, this is a really good one. And we put it over in our Amazon store if you want to get it there. If not, just get it wherever you want. Okay, so let's go ahead now. We can't put this on there yet because this is the front and we need to put our mat right here. Now look at what we've done. We cut this same pattern and we are going to lay this down right here just to give it a beautiful background. And what else does this do for us? It allows us to use our pattern paper because we are not going to keep our stash. We're going to use our staff. We're going to craft with our stash, right? That needs to be our new motto. Don't save it. Use it. Okay, so we're going to add this right here like that. And it is so pretty. And one lady told me, she said, you use too much glue. But I really don't. It looks like a lot, but it's not. It's very small strips. So I'm not really using that much glue. So don't worry. Okay. So we have this. Now I'm going to show you how we connect this so easy. So, let's see, mine ran away. Aurelia, let me tell you about those silicone mats. They definitely run away because mine ran away and Sis had already bought two, so she had to give me one. And then mine decided to pack it up and run away again, so she had to share another one with me. I don't know. I guess they feel abused over on this side of the table. I'm not really sure. Okay, so before we put this down, I'm going to surprise you. I have a little mat to put down. Now, I don't want you to worry because all the measurements are over on creativemomentsbyg.com, but I'm also going to surprise you. At the end, I'm going to show you a piece of paper that has all the measurements, so you can just take a screenshot. Ta-da! Okay. DSP because I think it's too pretty to cut. I know, Lisa. I know. You just have to stop that right now. You just have to say, but think of the joy I'm going to bring to someone that gets this beautiful paper. And there you go. So we're just going to layer this. And I brought in a little petal pink. I think that's pretty. And you'll see why when you see what I colored the flowers with. So look at that. That's going to be the strip. And why do I like that so much? Now, the beacon also lets you wiggle, but I tell you what, this Kalel really just does such a good job. You can really wiggle. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay this down right here on the front. And now, at the end, I hope I remember to do this, but I'm going to tell you about a dream I had when I show you the card that I had to make. Monty and I were talking about making this card, and I got up the next day and I said, oh my goodness, I had a dream and I have to try this design out. I don't care if it's pretty or not. I have to try it because I dreamed about it. It was sent to me in a dream, so you'll have to tell me if you like it. Good, Carol. Yes, you're going to have that, so you won't have to go searching for it. Okay, so we have this, and now I believe we're ready to go ahead and add this. Let me give you the trick. Now, you might think, oh, I'm going to lay this flat, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it like that. That will not work. You do not want to do that. You want to go ahead and fold your card like this. Now, because I want it to stick and grab, I'm going to use some tape runner. And I am going to put my tape runner right down here on this note card. Just a little bit. I'm going to close this, and now I'm going to put it all the way at the bottom. I'm going to stand it up and make sure that it's all the way. Got a little something right there. There we go. Now, see how I put mine over to the left more? That's just a preference. You do not have to do that. You can center it if you want to. Now that we have this, keep it shut, flip it over, And this is when you're going to glue this down. So you can see you need about that much. So I'm just going to add some tape right there, and I'm just going to flip it over. And there you have it. Oh, look at that. Is that not beautiful? But of course it needs a little bit of work. Of course it needs a beautiful flower on it, right? So I am using, for my sentiment, I'm using A Little Kindness Makes a Big Difference. And all these supplies will be listed over on creativemomentsbyg.com. And I'm just obsessed with this flower. And the reason I'm obsessed with it is so easy to color. And no matter what you do to it, it looks so pretty. And then I'm using You Make My Heart Smile. So, you know, not every stamp set has the sentiment that I want, right? I know, Judy, or Jude, that's right. You can put it in the left, on the right, or in the center. So far, drop me a heart in the comments if you like our design. So far, love stepper cards. All right, let me see it. Drop me a heart in the chat room. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring in, remember I told you I have mess everywhere. Outside this area right here, it's pretty messy. Okay, so look at what I've stamped. Now, I already have them working, but I already have them colored, but I wanted to just go ahead and show you how I'm gonna color them. Because remember, I do like to make coloring easy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this in, I'm gonna take off my sticky, I'm gonna go back in just a little bit, it's a little bit too close. Thank you for all those hearts. Okay, so we're gonna put this there, and what I do is I always flood with the lightest color. Now, you know, there's lots of professional painters and blenders and you know, what I say is you do you and I'll do me, right? I like to do this because I like it to be quick. So what I do is I come in, and this may even be too light, I'm not sure. And I stamped with Early Espresso. You know, a lot of times I stamp with Night of Navy. Early Espresso will absolutely not bleed. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in the dark petal pink because I think I want it just a little bit darker. And I'm just flooding it. I'm getting that area nice and wet because I'm going to come back in with the darker color. I don't want to spend a lot of time, but I want it to be beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to this one. We're just going to color it. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to come in with Calypso Coral. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pencil nib, and I'm going to go around the outside, and I'm going to create kind of a thick border. And then I'm going to show you something else I'll do. So you just go around like this, and it makes it so pretty. And I just wiggle over all the lines that they've already done for me. I don't have to think about it. Okay. And this, and now I'm going to go over this one very quickly. You can see I'm not spending a lot of time on it. But it is rather dark, right? And you might think, oh, that's a little too dark. Not to worry. I'm going to come back in with my dark petal pink. I'm going to make sure that's dark. And I'm going to just color, oops, I forgot that. I'm going to just color over those lines, and it's going to, because they're alcohol blends, it's going to lighten it up. And it's actually going to give it a really nice shade. Now, I'm not going to color all this because I've already done it, but I wanted you to see how I work with that. Now, you could go in with 3 colors, but after that is the alcohol dissipates. What a great word, right? Then it'll be much lighter. But let's look. I brought in Lost Lagoon. Let's go ahead and flood our just a couple leaves so you can see how easy this is done. I'm going to use my big nib, And I'm just going to go in, flood that, get it nice and wet. Just get a couple of these done. And then all I'm going to do is go in, oops, come back here. Go in with the dark and just kind of create a shadow. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. And, you know, I will say these blends are just fabulous. Now, this is a sticky pad, so it held it. But look at how pretty that is. Now, if that's still too dark, all you have to do is go back over with this color just to lighten it up a little bit. But look at how it turns out. Look at that. That's how easy it was. I didn't do anything differently. So I want you all to give that a try if you have not done that. So I did that one, and I also colored the little baby one, and I stamped my sentiment. So there you go. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to figure out how I want to lay this. Now this is going to go on the inside. How do I want to lay this? I think kind of like that, and I think like that. That's all you have to do. I'm going to bring in my dimensionals. I'm going to set this up on dimensionals. And I don't use a lot of dimensionals. I think you don't need to use a lot, right? But you can. You certainly can. And I think let me see how I want this. I think about like that. Yep, that's it. Now, you know, I thought about something else right before the show, but we didn't have time. So tell me what you think about this. I thought maybe on this mat right here, what if I had brought in Petal Pink and I embossed it and then set this on top? Do you think that would have been prettier? Let me know in the chat room. Do you think it'd be prettier with Petal Pink right there instead of this beautiful dark green? Let me know. I want to know. Now, when you're adding this, you want to make sure and don't add anything over here. You just want to lay it down right there. So I am going to just bring in a little bit. Oh, and yes, I did stamp it twice. I didn't get what I wanted the first time. So I stamped it again, right? We all do that because we save our cardstock. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this. I want this to end right here. And I'm just going to put it like that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Now, we're not done just yet because you could be done, but I want something right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and double mat it. You don't have to double mat it. And you know what? With the cost of the postage going up, it already went up, you probably don't want to do a lot of double matting. But y'all are going to get it, and we want to make it special. So we are going to double mat. Now, let's see. We're going to add this, and then I'm going to add a flower and add a sentiment. And I'm going to add this cute little flower. Look at that. Oh my goodness. We'll add him flat. Okay, Joan says she thinks she would like the flowers to stand out a little more, so maybe adding that petal pink paper would have done it. I think you're right. Now, you make my heart smile, and I want to put right there. A little kindness makes a big difference. And I know we're all going to hold our breath, right? Okay, we're not going to jinx it. We're going to hold our breath. Okay, here we go. We're going to go straight down. We're not going to wiggle because we know we can mess it up and come up. Oh, look at that. What do you think? What do you think? Is this a thumbs up? Oh my goodness. I love this card. I think maybe Petal Pink would have been pretty. Yep. Okay, we have a lot of people that say they love love the double matting. I do too. I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, so we're going to put that one to the side. And now we have, okay, on this one, right? No, it's not going to be on this one. No, it is going to be on this one. I think it's going to be on this one. I don't know. I don't know what I did with it. Let me see. No, it's not going to be on this card. But let's see. The next little game we're going to play. Are y'all ready? Get those fingers, get those minds working. Did you know that it was National Pig Day? Well, I'm going to tell you a little secret. It's actually National Yellow Pig Day. But too bad, so sad. It is also National Pig Day. So we have the cutest little pig that's going to come join us. And I want y'all to name her. So get ready. Here she is. It's National Pig Day, but she doesn't have a name. So in the chat room right now for the second game, go ahead and take a moment and give her a name. I want to see what y'all are going to name her as I'm getting the other card ready. I have my bell right here, so I'm not going to forget. Hello, Clarden. Welcome. Okay, love pigs. She needs a name, y'all. She needs a name. What are y'all going to give her? Now, the obvious one is, I'm going to see if someone picks the obvious one. Oh, I love that name. Bella. Oh, Petunia. Yes, that's so cute. Miss Piggy. I love it. Bulls. Okay. She's a tough little girl. Flowers. Petal. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. We have some good names. Oh, Miss Piggy Blossom. Look at that. Pinky. Peaches. Oh. That is too cute. Now, if you were watching the rebroadcast because you missed our YouTube live show, not to worry. Play the games along, and it makes it more fun to watch it, right? And we just appreciate you, whether we grab you on the YouTube live or we grab you on the rebroadcast. We love y'all, and we're happy to have you. Miss Piggy, Pinky, Susie Q. Well, nobody said Charlotte. I do like what y'all came up with a lot better. Okay, here we go. Game's over. Second game is over. So, sis, if you would go ahead, randomly select someone and post it. We're going to get busy with our second card. Are y'all ready to make another card with me? We got to say goodbye to, I don't know, I kind of watched the Twilight series, and so I'm kind of partial to Bella. Goodbye, Bella. Bye, Bella. Okay, so let's go and look at our card again. We're making our second card. Remember, our base card is 8.5 by 5.5. We score at 1, 2, and 5 1/4. And then what we do is we take this big piece right here, and the first crease line we fold to the left. We fold to the, we fold to the right, we fold to the left, and we fold to the right. Oh, Deanna, you're so true. Charlotte was just way too obvious. Okay, I think we have a winner because I see everybody congratulating the winner, so I'm trying to scroll down and look for Sis's thing somewhere. Okay, well, let's see. Oh, there we go. Vicky Elliott, great job. Congratulations. Okay, so we have our scored base card. Now look at what we've done. We are taking some of our 6x6 paper, use it or lose it, right? Don't keep that paper. And we've picked some paper that goes with gorgeous grape. Now, we are going to use for this one, we're using an embossing folder called Starstruck. We're using Impressions of Bloom because we're using this sentiment, and then we're using this beautiful flower right here. So, use what you have. I just wanted you to see what we were using. Now, the first thing we need to do is let's go ahead and lay down our beautiful little mat for here, and look at this. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. Now, we're not going to double mat it. We're just going to single mat it. So, that is, I want you to see how pretty that is too. At least for this little part, we're just going to single mat it. So, we're making sure we get a little bit of glue. We lay it down. And this glue allows me to wiggle with my fingers so I can get it nice and lined up. Hey, Betty. So happy you joined us. Yeah, and Smart Size. Yay. We got a bunch of great people. Thank you so much for joining us. Means everything to Sis and I. Okay, so we have that. The next thing we want to do is let's go ahead and decorate this back part. Look at what we've done. Let's see. That doesn't look cut right, but maybe that is not supposed to be there. So I'm just looking to make sure. Oh, I see. Okay, so we're just going to single mat it. Look how pretty that is, though. Oh my goodness. Remember, hang with us to the end. We're also going to, we have one more game to play, and then we're going to pick someone from the leaderboard who's been chatting with Sis, and with everybody, really. Y'all just chat. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Don't you love those colors? And the white with this gorgeous grape or this purple is so much prettier. If you had tried to mix it with very vanilla, it would not have been pretty, right? No. Now, on this, I'm going to go ahead and just put that right on the inside, but we are double matting the inside. There we go. Just like that. So let's get that laid down. And, let's see. Oh, Monsi says that's her favorite color. Oh, Piggy's winning name. Well, okay. I loved all the names. I will say I loved all the names. I love Petunia and Flowers and Piggy and Miss Piggy and Pinky, but I don't want to choose a winner, but I'm going to have to choose a name. Like I said, I watched the Twilight series, and I think Bella is such a beautiful name. I think I'll change my name to Bella. Not really. I'm very happy with G. I think Bella, she's just so darn cute. But I think Petunia was also cute. Okay. Look at that. So we have our inside. We have our outside, right? Okay. Now we need to make our card. Now remember, the card is just 6 by 3, and then you score at 4, right? And then you fold it down. But you need to mat it. You can't just have it like this. Although, guess what? You really could. You could stamp right here on this if you didn't want to mat it and you wanted to keep it less. That would still be pretty. You could also just put a big sentiment right here and maybe stamp a few flowers. You can absolutely do that. But we decided to go ahead and we're going to double mat it. So we're bringing in our gorgeous grape. Joan says she has a cousin named Bella. Oh, and Linda. Hey, Linda. Her dog's name was Bella. Oh, my gosh. So many Bellas. Now, look at that. That's going to be on our card. Isn't that beautiful? Sis did a great job. I love that. So grateful for that heart of yours. Oh, my goodness. Just love it. Let's see. Okay. Oh, no, you're not watching the replay, Julie. You're with us, unless you just left us. I'm just kind of looking at the comments. Okay. So let's go ahead and add this in. Let me see. I'm going to bring in my mat just so I don't get our desktop dirty. We have another Bella. You know what I think? I think everybody watched Twilight, and so they picked Bella. Now, how many of y'all do that? You stamp something, you don't like it, but you're not going to throw that away, right? No, you're going to keep that. So, I know you're looking at it saying, why do you have something on the back side? Well, because we don't throw it away, we keep it. So now we have a very small border around it. You can see it, just like that. And we are going to add that to the front of our little note card to create that faux stepper. That sentiment, the sentiment is from So Grateful. I know Sis is going to tell you, but it's from Label Me Grateful. So grateful for that heart of yours. Love. They have some beautiful sentiments in that. We're going to go ahead and lay that down. I love Gorgeous Grape, Liz. I love purple. It's one of my favorite colors. Okay, so we're going to add this. Now, here we go. We're adding that down. Look at that. So pretty. Okay, we're getting ready. We already have the outside done. We have the inside done. And there's more room to write. You can always write on the back too, right? So now we're going to add a little bit of tape right down here at the bottom. Just bring in your tape runner. And the trick to doing it is to go ahead and line it up all the way down here because you want it to stand up. Hey, Miss Arlene, thank you. You want it to stand up just perfectly. So we're just going to make sure that's pushed all the way down. I see it. We're lined up right here. I want to keep it over here. That's right, Carol. Love this card. Love it. Now look at that. Standing up perfectly. But we still have to attach the back. So the way to do that is flatten your card and look at how much glue you need. You need about this much right here. If you need to put just a little mark, you can see you need it right there. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my tape runner and just put a little bit of tape. We're going to flip it over, hold it down. Thank you, Terry. I'm all about easy but beautiful. That's what we like. Oh, now look at that. Okay. Now we still have one more thing possibly to do. Now, this is going to be our third game. We still have our cards to show you, but this is our third game. Do we step it up or skip it? And what I'm thinking of is I think I want to put some gems on it. 3 gems, like maybe, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. What do you think? Gems or no gems? Step it up with gems. So in the chat room, write step it or skip it. Let me know. Step it or skip it. Oh, Debbie, you're so nice. Thank you so much. So we have that. I'm going to wait to see for our third game. Step it up. Step it up. Bling it out. I love that, Aurelia. Bling it out. I think everybody is going to say step it up. That's right. And, let me show you just another little tip while we're waiting for everybody to answer. This is how we keep let me see if I can back out just a little bit. This is how we keep our gems. We just ran to one of the big craft stores. We got this notebook. It has all these little plastic things in it, and we store all our gems like that. And we color coordinate them so it's easy to pick. And that way they're super easy to find. I don't know how you store your gems, but we have so many. We don't get rid of them just because they retire. No, 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 no. We keep them. Okay, y'all. I think everybody said step it up. Okay, Miss Maudie, randomly select someone and let me see if I can do justice. Let me take your pick tool. I'm gonna get this. Let's see. I don't know which way. Oh, there it was. I couldn't tell where the sticky was. Oh goodness, this is like so hard. I tell you what, okay. Maudie is the queen of gems. She knows how to place the gems. I don't know exactly where to place them, but I'll do the best I can. Okay, let's see. Kind of have an empty spot there. Maybe, I'm not going to push it down yet. You know, you're supposed to work in threes. Remember our video, The Power of Three. But we could also put this one over here. Let's see. She can fix it. Okay, she'll fix it. Okay, I'm not the queen of gems. So you know what y'all need to do? You need to check out, I will post the final thing and I will have her fix the gems for us, put them in the right place, and we'll put it on Facebook. Now, if you decide to make this card, we would love to see your card. And over on Facebook, when we put a little short of this being made, go ahead and put it there. So, oh, Deanna, I don't got this, but thank you. Okay, I'm looking for Sis Sandy. I think Sandy won. Sandy. My sister loves the purple, so I always make her. Okay, yep. Okay, I don't see it. Anyway, let's see. People are congratulating someone, I think. I did ring, right? I rang the bell. I think I did. Okay, so let's look at our cards that we have. Oh my goodness. Are you ready for this? So take a moment and leave a comment and let us know which is your favorite. But now remember, I said I was going to tell you about my dream too. So as we're looking, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of me. There we go. Look at these two cards that we made today. Oh my goodness. But look at this card right here. Oh, I don't know. I love this card. Look at that paper that we used in the back. We colored this flower. Oh my goodness. We used a little bit of the pattern paper for right there. So we have those three. But let me tell you about my dream. Okay, so we were going to make a card the next day. We were going to make this card and I was going to make a card. I had this dream about doing this, and in my mind, exactly this is what I created. I had stripes. I wanted flowers. I wanted it to be a shaker card. So I put a shaker on top of our faux card. I put sunflower. I ran it through the embossing, and then I colored these flowers. Now, you open it up, and I also ran this through the embossing. So that was my dream. It was so strange. I got up and I said, you're not going to believe it. I had a dream and I had to share it. It was like, it was crazy. So here are the cards. What do you think about those cards? Love it. A shaker on the front, so cool. I know and also let me tell you about this shaker. This is not a real shaker. This is like the easy faux shaker to go with the faux stepper. You can check that out. We actually have a video on how to make a faux shaker card. So, sis, I want you to, if you would, check out the leaderboard and run it through the program, randomly select one of the top 5 people to get some happy mail, and let's all wait and see what happens. Oh my goodness. Oh, while she's doing that, I want to remind everyone, let me see, let me go back here. And let's do this. Okay. That our next live is 7 and 21st of August. Now remember what I said. You would be able to take a screenshot. So here we go while she's selecting someone. Let me see if I can make this easy for you. Make it nice and big. There we go. Take a screenshot, y'all, and you have all the measurements. Oh, let me get my face out of the way. And I see that we have a leaderboard winner, and the leaderboard winner, dang, everything just goes so fast. Congratulations, Stella! Yay! Leaderboard winner, Miss Stella. So if you didn't have time to catch that and do a screenshot, you can always go back and watch it. So we just appreciate y'all so much. Let me see here. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We hope that you were inspired and that you love this faux stepper card as much as we do. And maybe you even like the faux shaker faux stepper card. Well, Monty and I appreciate you spending your time with us. Like I said, we know there's lots of people to watch, and we just appreciate you choosing us to spend an hour with. We hope you go out and have a fantastic weekend. And until next time, we're wishing you lots of creative moments. Good night, everybody.